In today's episode, we have some awesome games to check out, and all for less than a cup of coffee at the store. Plus, we have a new release dropping on February 10th that's sure to scratch that retro itch for fans of the old school classic Tecmo Bowl series. And right now you can earn double gold points on select purchases from the eShop as well, but only for the 6 games that you see on screen now. And that offer ends on the 28th. Hey everyone, I'm JP and welcome to the Digital Game Room. Here at the channel, we try to highlight some of the best eShop deals every week, and we do our best to bring them to the crew. If this happens to be your first time here, thanks for hanging out with us today, and if you have a good time or you find a deal or two, consider subscribing to join our crew and become part of the community. And as always, to the crew that's already here rocking with us every week, thank you as always. We truly appreciate the love and support that you've given us here and over on the main channel. Much love, my friends. Now let's jump into the list. As always, stay safe out there and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll go ahead and start off with Boomerang Fu. This is a party-style fighting game for up to 6 players and local co-op from publisher Cranky Watermelon, and while it has a story, it's not really the main selling point for the game, of course. Now, mileage will vary for each player depending on how much you enjoy the multiplayer aspect of the game, but this is all-out mayhem, where you fight to eliminate the other players and reach a high score. Now, the game really is designed for groups to play together, but you can play against the AI bots if you prefer that as well. Right now you can get Boomerang Fu for just $1.99 until February 24th, marked down 87% and matching a previous low. Down in Bermuda is a single-player adventure-style RPG from publisher Yak & Co., and the game will take roughly 2 to 3 hours to complete. Now this is a quirky adventure filled with puzzles to solve and mysteries to uncover. The story really doesn't flesh out anything at the beginning, we're just introduced to Milton, and then we have to make our way through the 6 different islands. You'll have to solve puzzles along the way, and they ramp up with each new island that you unlock. If you're interested in Down in Bermuda, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 25th. It's marked down 90%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. FPS fans rejoice. Next we have CROSSBOW Bloodnight. This is a single-player FPS from Hyperstrange with a download size around 570 megabytes, and again a short but sweet story. Clocking in maybe at an hour or so, but there's tons of replayability to help stretch that runtime a little bit further. Now it plays as a point-based arena-style shooter and sees us blasting through waves of enemies and bosses in a horrific setting. The enemy type is varied and the weapon assortment is powerful, plus the penalty for death is next to nothing, so you're back into the action within seconds, allowing you to stay immersed in the game. If you're interested in CROSSBOW Bloodnight, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 26th. Right now it's 60% off and matching a previous low once again of just $1.99. HyperParasite is an action RPG from Cubic Games with a download size around 2 GB and a main story clocking in at nearly 20 hours. Plus it offers local co-op for 2 players as well. In this twin-stick shooter, you actually have the ability to take over more than 60 different characters, and each of them has their own skill sets. And it's also a roguelike, so no 2 playthroughs are the same either. Now, being a kid from the 80s, I can always appreciate a good reference to that decade, and this game has tons of it, albeit sometimes a bit more subtle than others. The graphics are a bit dated, but the game is a great time. If you're interested in HyperParasite, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 10th. It's marked down 89%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Next up we have Manual Samuel. This is a narrative-driven adventure game from Curve Digital with a download size around 350 megabytes and a main story that will last roughly 2 to 3 hours to finish up. Again, it also offers local co-op for 2 players as well. Now this game is a love story with comedic notes thrown in whenever possible. Plus it features a gorgeous hand-drawn 2D world and an original soundtrack that was composed just for the game. After striking a deal with death, Samuel has to manually do everything from breathing to walking, etc., and he has to do this for 24 hours in order to stay alive for good. It's an interesting game and on sale until February 19th, marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Next up we have Red Wings Aces of the Sky. This is an aerial combat game for 1 to 2 players and local co-op, and it lets players relive some of the most historical battles from within the cockpit. In this one, players will have to hone their skills to become a deadly force of the sky, or be destined to fail. There are several different planes to choose from and plenty of historical moments to relive, plus again the addition of co-op, which is always nice and makes this a serious value whenever on sale. If you're interested in Red Wings Aces of the Sky, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 22nd. It's marked down 90%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Smoke and Sacrifice is a single-player narrative-driven RPG again from Curve Digital with a main story that will last roughly 15 to 20 hours to finish up. In this one, players have to craft, fight, and survive as we explore a huge open world in this beautifully hand-painted adventure, with some unique characters along the way, all of whom have a story to tell. The story follows a young mother who sets off on a mission to uncover the dark secrets of what's happened to her son. If you're interested in Smoke and Sacrifice, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 19th. It's marked down 90% to a new all-time low of just $1.99. Next up, we have Space Cows. This is a single-player arcade-style twin-stick shooter from All In Games, and it offers roughly 3 to 4 hours of main story gameplay. Now, the game features zero-gravity combat, which is a lot of fun to play and adds a little bit of a twist to that standard gameplay that we find in most twin-stick shooters. This also means that you'll have to be ready to react quickly and plan your attacks a little bit more before you just charge in. The humor in the game will either be something that you enjoy or something you can't stand, but if you're interested in a weird over-the-top shooter, be sure to check out Space Cows before the sale ends on February 22nd. It's marked down 75% to just $1.99. Star Horizon is a single-player on-rails space shooter from No Gravity Games with a download size around 1 GB and a main campaign that will last roughly 3 hours or so to finish up. This is an Unreal game on the Switch with amazing graphics, sound design, excellent voiceover work, and smooth gameplay. The game was free as part of the No Gravity Games December giveaway, and otherwise I might have overlooked it. There are hundreds of ships, 10 action-packed missions, boss battles, and more in this absolute gem of a game. Thank you very much, Tanisha, for helping me find it, and if you're interested in Star Horizon, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 15th. It's marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Next up, we have Vesta. This is a single-player adventure puzzler from publisher Final Boss Games with a main story that will take roughly 5 to 6 hours to complete. In this one, we work our way through an abandoned space colony, solving puzzles and progressing onward to finally uncover what happened here and why everyone's missing. Every stage is full of different puzzles that you have to solve, with the main goal being to reach the elevator at the end so you can move to the next level. Vesta also has her own personal security droid, which players have to switch between during the levels for the more intense combat sections, and also on occasion the droid can be used to access areas that Vesta can't reach. If you're interested in Vesta, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 23rd. It's marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Alright folks, and now for the new release, Retro Bowl. This is a throwback to the classic days of 8 and 16-bit graphics where there were no fancy gimmicks, just pure gameplay. Fans of Tecmo Bowl and Super Tecmo Bowl will of course instantly feel a connection with this game, and while it's not officially licensed by the NFL, it's still sure to be a blast to play. It's been available on mobile, and if the port is solid here, it should offer dozens of hours of amazing gameplay. So here's hoping, as I already put my pre-order in, and you can too, as there's an introductory sale going on until release day. It's marked down 40% to just $2.99 until the 10th. Fingers crossed. Alright folks, and let's go over the Drageus game sale just to recap from before. If you've already bought any of their previous games, a lot of their games that are on sale now for maybe $2 or $3 will actually drop under $1, sometimes under 50 cents. In order to access their entire catalog, all you have to do is go into the eShop, look up any of their games. At the top left corner, you can drill down on the developer's name, which will then open an entire list of all of their games. In fact, I think you can get most of them, if not all of their games that are on sale, for like $5 total. I'll highlight a few of them here before we head out. Alright folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. I hope you had a good time, maybe found a deal or two that you were interested in and saved a few dollars on. If you did have a good time, consider hitting that red button to subscribe. It would mean a lot to us, and smash those like buttons for us as it will help to continue to grow the channel. And if you're looking for more daily deals or more sales lists, we also have a second channel where we highlight even more games over there. And I'd like to give a big shout out to our Patreons and the channel members. You all are amazing. Thanks for the financial support. It really does help the channel. And to my brother, the Joker, thank you, man. You know what you did for me. I'll never forget it. I appreciate you, brother. Congrats on the new school. Tell the missus I said hello. Thank you, brother. Alright, folks, as always, we're going to let Little Man close us out. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!